Welcome to this video on social media marketing. Now we would be discussing few points over here in this video. On the right side you can see the contents of discussion, that is social media benefits, how social media can improve brand recognition, how it improves the conversion rate, increases traffic, how it impacts the SEO of a page, how it causes the network effect, some key consideration before you start social media. That is, what are the best networks you should go into, or what is the best time to post, what should be the content strategy, what should be content calendar, why you should follow a content calendar, what should be the social brand voice of your brand. That is whether we will discuss now how you can build a relationship via social media, how you can post consistently, what are the post types for maximum engagement, what to post, questions and discussions, stories, visuals, gifs, contests, memes. How do you optimize your social media post? What is the social media ROI? That is audience response, impression valuation, attitude and usage, cost savings, loyalty impact. What are the best practices of social media marketing? Now, before we go into any deeper, let me tell you, people actually are on social media to get entertained. Maybe some kind of updates about their family members and relatives. After a stressful day at work, people turn to social media to enjoy themselves. Or, and that is the time social media marketing kicks in. So social media marketers have to be very sure that they need to blend into that people are looking for the internet, as I always already said, and social media marketer has to blend in to that. Over to, I will discuss it in the next slides. Over to next slide. This is how social media can increase brand recognition. A good 70% of marketers say that social media increases the brand recognition. A good 59% of the marketers say it generates sales and leads. 48% of the marketers say it increases the community engagement. 46% say grows brand's audience, and 45% say increases traffic. You see from these slides, these are the top benefits of social media and marketing on social media. What the next slide? You see how social media gives you more opportunities to convert your leads. That is, you get engaged with them via social media, and they become your inbound traffic, and you get an opportunity to convert your leads. Now, social media marketing can increase your inbound traffic. Here are some niches and how the social media has improved their traffic. You see the technology niche. Facebook has increased traffic by 38%, 4.17% traffic increase from YouTube, the 25.5% traffic increase using Twitter, 19.7% traffic increase via Reddit, So this was technology segment. Fashion and beauty segment. You have business and marketing segment. You have health and medical segment. The food and recipe segment. The fitness segment. How the traffic has been increasing because of social media marketing. That's what I am trying to show over here. Over to next slide now. Social media marketing also improves your SEO rankings. You see over here how you can improve your SEO ranking via the use of social media marketing. Now the elaboration of this already discussed in my blog post, so you can read over there. Head over to that and read that the blog post how the social media can impact and improve SEO rankings. Over to next slide. You can leverage the network effect based on social media. Let me explain over here. That is, say, suppose your brand has 100,000 followers, and each of those followers has 300 on average friends. So when you post on your brand page and get a like from your follower, like or comment, all their friends would be able to see that. So you have a potential to reach 100,000 multiplied by 300 average. That is 3 million users. 3 million social network users. That's the network effect I am talking about. Your fan multiplied by each friend of the fan. That is the leveraging of network effect. Over to next slide. Before you select a social network to work on, these are some of the demographics of social media that you should be aware of, and you should question yourself. That is, if you go for Facebook, the maximum people over there are between 25 to 34 age group. They are the baby boomer generation. The content that they like would be photos, links, information, live videos. This is good for local marketing, advertising, build relationships. Similarly, on Instagram, the people age group is 18 to 24 and 25 to 34. That is mean 18 to 34, you could say. The people are mainly millennial age group, and people like inspirational contents, adventure questions, polls. They are mainly for good for e-commerce or organic influencers. Similarly, if you consider Twitter, these are the demographics, that is 25 to 34 and 35 to 49. They are they like news, discussions, humor, mainly good for customer service, ads for meals. If you go for LinkedIn, maybe their professional network, so 46 to 55, and their professionals. Long form content is what attracts them. May be good for B2B and organic searches, some kind of international. So here you could see Pinterest is there. That is most audience in Pinterest are females. If your brand is about females, Pinterest could be a good option. If your brand is on regarding B2B or some kind of For professionals, maybe LinkedIn is a good option. So similarly, this question you need to answer before deciding on your social network, that which social network actually your target audience resides in, which kind of social network, whether they are good for LinkedIn, Pinterest, or Facebook, Twitter. You have to answer this question before you start. Over to next slide. Before you go into a social network, it's very important to perform a content audit as well as a content strategy and form your content strategy based on your content audit. The content strategy will have mainly three parts, that is your business objective, social media goals, and matrices. If your business objective is grow your brand, your goal would be awareness stage. And the metrics are number of followers or number of shares you get. If your business objective is conversion, trying turn customers into advocates, that is loyalty, bottom of the funnel. That is the engagement you are looking for, social media engagement. That is comment, likes, mentions. If your business objective is generating leads and sales, you are looking for actually conversions. So maybe you track using website clicks or email sign-ups, or maybe purchase decisions. So this is the content strategy that you need to follow on social media for social media marketing. Over to next slide now. Before you start your social media marketing campaign, this is how you should plan your content on a content calendar. That is what you should post on Mondays, what you post on Tuesdays, which network you post. These are all components of the content calendar. Now I am showing you this particular visual because I want to focus on one thing, that is you do not need any kind of software to plan your content, to plan the content calendar. It could be very well made on an Excel sheet, Google Docs, or any kind of Excel sheets and put that in some kind of cloud storage. There is no need of any kind of content, any social media tool. You do not need any kind of social media tool to get a content calendar. You can make it itself on Excel sheet or Google Docs. That is why I am showing you this particular visual. Over to next slide. Before you start your social media marketing, your brand actually needs a voice to be on social media. Do you want to be a friendly person? Do you want people to perceive you as a friendly person, a angry person? What kind of language, what kind of persona you want to be perceived as? Friendly, playful, warm, authoritative, professional, inspiring, or what are the languages? Too many tech languages or too complex languages? Do you want to use a very simple language? Do you want to use a savvy? Do you want to be perceived as savvy? Do you want to be perceived as fun? What is the purpose you are on social media? That is whether you want to engage. So these are all the brand voices that are popular social voices, popular among various brands. Over to next slide. You can build relationships and provide value to your target audience via social media. That is, this is how you can be helpful and build relationships. More you can find more elaboration on my blog post. Over to next slide. On social media, you need to post consistently and high quality content. You see over here in the picture that is all 7 days of the week has been pre-planned. That is, they are posting high quality content on a consistent basis on every day of the week. They plan to post these kind of content. You need to plan the similar tactics too. Before starting to post on social media, these are the predominant types of posts that actually go and along with their engagement rates. That is, images on social media get a 68% exposure. Videos on social media get 50% exposure or engagement. Text-based post gets 20% engagement, 30% engagement, sorry. Stories get 26% engagement. Polls actually get done 26%. So you see stories and polls almost the same and highest engagement by images and videos. And similarly, you can plan your post to include more of images and videos because they command maximum engagement. So you need to plan your posts in advance multiple times of the day. Over to next slide. On social media, once you have decided which social media you want to target, you want to use, these are some of the optimization tricks on social media. That is, you choose your avatar very carefully. That is the profile picture that you should choose very carefully. Your face should be there in the focus of the profile picture. Keep your head straight. You should be the only subject in the picture. Use a recent picture of yourself. Wear appropriate attire. Use pleasant facial expression. Don't use a company logo. Always use a photo. So before avatar, your profile picture or avatar on social media plays a very important role, and these are the rules for selecting a good avatar for yourself. Over to next slide. Everyone wants to hear the story. Even a child going to bed wants to hear a story. Similarly, all the people or all the users of social network also wants to hear a story. You tell them a story about yourself or your brand, and they will remember and they will feel attracted towards your brand. So tell a story on social media to get more attention. What to next slide? What do you want to post on social media? Study shows that if you ask a question on social media or start a discussion there, then that attracts the most customers. That gains the most engagement. Now, a detailed elaboration on this you will find on my blog post. Head over to my blog post and read what are the types of questions that you can ask on social media to get a response. Over to next slide. Tell your story and feature the stories of your loyal customers on social media. that attracts a lot of attention and lot of engagement. More elaborate details you will find on my blog post. Head over there and you can read ele- what next can you post. What about the stories? How can you format your stories, etc. On my blog post. Over to next slide. What are your customers' needs? What are the problems they are facing? How can they overcome the problems? Share some kind of expertise. Be valuable. That is how others have solved the problems. How they too can solve their problems. How your products and services and offerings can help them solve a problem. All these kind of things you can post on social media. More details you can find on my blog post. Over to next slide. You can share visuals on various social networks to engage your customers or to engage your prospects. You can see on Facebook, you can put text, images, videos, links. Similarly, on Twitter, you can also put text, images, videos. On LinkedIn, you can put text, links, and pulse questions. On Instagram, it's more about visuals, so images and videos. So you can use all these visuals on various social media platforms to attract more prospects to your business. Or to next slide. You can share popular memes on social media. So you can find more elaborate discussions on my blog post. Over to next slide. How do you measure your social media ROI? That is whether you have done good or not. So far in these days, you have been measuring engagements as your ROIs. The number of likes, the number of comments, number of shares, but those are gone. Those days are past. Now you can rely on some kind of audience responses, how valuable your posts are, how impression valuation that is based on how your post, how many impressions your post has got, what kind of attitude have you developed, how your customers, how are the attitudes and usage by your customers, how much cost have you saved via social media, what is the loyalty impact of social media on your business, uh, what the risk of ignoring social media all of a sudden, all together, the risk of ignoring social media. So these are some of the techniques to measure ROI of social media. You can read all of these in more details at my blog post. Now over to next slide. Here are some of the best practices of social media. That is, write a social media plan. One of these would be you write down your social media plan. You write it so that all your team members who are working on social media and all your business colleagues are all on the same page. That is number one. Also, a detailed social media plan is less susceptible to changes. That is so you stay on top of the social media because of social media plan. Also, the various teams in the social media working on social media can plan in advance their steps or whatever they need to do. Maybe they need to produce some kind of visuals. So based on your detailed social media plans, they can plan ahead their visuals that they are developing. So all the various parts of social media, all the various teams involved in social media can benefit from a retained social media plan, and that is considered a best practice for social media. Over to next slide. Another best practice of social media would be community. Build a community around your brand. Maybe you group some loyal prospects, loyal fans, loyal customers together to form a community. Now, you can do various things, various activities involving the community. They could be your advocates, they could be your customer service people, they could solve some kind of frequent problems of your new customers or prospects. They could answer your prospects. So many things can happen if you build a community around your brand. Now this was I discussed only two best practices, but there are a lot of best practices. You need to head over to my blog post to read all of them. Over to next slide. Thank you. That will be all for this video on social media marketing. Now, as always, I would request you to comment below with what new things have you learned while working. Maybe you can share a new experience or new concept. This way, all the new viewers or new viewers of this video will be able to gain from whatever you are writing or, and sharing. Now, as I mentioned before, there is already a parallel blog running which contains greater details about the topic. You will find the link in the description. Thank you and have a nice day ahead. Thank you.